Hi and welcome back to the channel. So I put up a poll on YouTube a few days ago asking whether I should be reacting to The Summer I Turned Pretty third and final season all in one go at the end of it when all the episodes are going to be released, or if I should start now and catch up as soon as I can. And I was actually debating this because with my filming routine and my editing speed, which is comparable to a sloth, it's probably best if I start now, like the sooner the better, because at this rate I could very well be reaching Christmas with my uploads, and I don't want to do that. I really want to try and be on time with trends and with the hype of things, even though it's not the most important thing. I know that it's a good portion of what drives people to click on videos because it's the hype, it's the current thing right now. So I don't really want to lose that, but if it happens, I'll be okay with it. As I said a lot of times, this is just something that I do for fun. No one is chasing me with a truck or something, so I can do what I want, basically. Okay, so when I watched season 1 and 2 of this show, I wasn't thinking about making reactions. That was just something that I watched in my free time. It was more of like a chill young adult show to watch in between more demanding shows, and that's actually where I stood at that time. I watched season 1 without having any prior book knowledge. I actually did not know that books existed, and I wasn't familiar with the author, Jenny Han. I only knew of her because of the Netflix movie To All the Boys I've loved before. Yeah, I think that's the name. And I've actually never watched movie 2 and movie 3 of that same universe, and the spin-off about Lara Jean's younger sister Kitty. I was a bit inconsistent with that, but I liked the first movie very much. I liked the dynamic between Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky, and the whole plot device of all the letters sent, unsent, and as cheesy and as unrealistic that might have been, it actually worked. So that wasn't so bad. So when it came to The Summer I Turned Pretty, I had no idea what it was about. I remember I watched it from the get-go when it was released on Prime, and I found it like somewhat entertaining despite the obvious weird situation and dynamic between the two brothers and this girl. But what I liked the most about it actually was the dynamic between the moms and the unconventional little scenes that they were able to fit inside the main plot, because that showed a little bit more maturity compared to other teen shows, where the parents are pretty much non-existent and they have no say and no importance in the overall plot of their teenage child. So that was a breath of fresh air in a sense. And also I liked that they focused so much attention to their previous and long-standing friendship, so that was a nice touch. I remember that from the get-go, even though I knew nothing about them, I rooted for Conrad instantly. And I realized that whole family needed to communicate a lot more than they were actually doing at that time. This boy was holding on to so many powerful emotions that he didn't really know how to navigate and how to untangle in his mind, so that for a whole variety of reasons he behaved in a way that pushed people away, and he didn't really let anyone get too close to him, despite the author on the boat when he was helping him with the boat as a job. That got him to open up a little bit, so that was nice. But mainly the main reason for this whole miscommunication trope is that they are very young. First of all, every time they talk there's something left unsaid. There's some expectation from one part, like Belly expects to hear something from him. She doesn't really believe deep down that he could be actually truthfully interested in her enough to fight for her and to stay with her, and she would love to be a confidant for him and for him to open up to her in any way. Like, she repeatedly said to him, "You can talk to me about anything, I want to listen to you." Then, despite the fact that in execution then her teenage brain jumps to conclusion and doesn't really let him open up to her that much, but whatever, she's trying. The intention is there, obviously. They both care about each other very deeply, of course, and it's been shown to us repeatedly through the use of flashbacks. I think that the title of the show and the title of the book actually is a reflection of what she thought about herself and why she thought that that summer changed everything. But it's not really the summer that she turned pretty that's the reason that everything's changed, because we've seen repeatedly that for Conrad, that particular summer didn't make much of a difference because he's always had a soft spot for Belly, so that's not really the case. But in her eyes, in her perception, seeing how insecure she is, she doesn't really believe that her being herself is enough to conquer Conrad's heart. And so that's one piece of the whole miscommunication thing between them. And then Jeremiah comes into the mix, and that little bastard I don't know. I don't really know what I think about him. Of course, my empath side would want to psychoanalyze him and understand him as well, because everyone has issues, and you don't just say that people are behaving like assholes or they are assholes, because there's always a deeper meaning behind what they're doing and why they're doing that. So I tend to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I tend to give him grace in that, because he's also growing, he's also young, so he's bound to make mistakes. But I'm not really inclined to sympathize with him and to side with him, and I would much rather side with Conrad. I don't know why. It was just my first instinct from the moment that I watched the first episode. You know what they say, you have to trust your instincts and trust your gut. And from the get-go, I realized that that guy, Conrad, was troubled and complicated, but it was very much more emotionally mature and deep. So that's what I like about in a person. So I tended to side with him more rather than Jeremiah, of course. Jeremiah seems a little bit immature to me. He seems like he's in constant need of validation and attention from people. And he obviously has a very difficult relationship with his father that's different from the difficult relationship that Conrad has, because Conrad openly despises him and he doesn't seem to want anything to do with him. Jeremiah, on the other hand, still seeks his approval, wants to talk to him and interact with him like a little puppy that follows you around. And I'm also a firm believer that from the get-go, Conrad has always had soft spot for Belly, and that slowly over time developed into a crush and into feelings and into love potentially, whereas Jeremiah never actually noticed Belly that way and looked at her that way. But when he realized the shift that summer brought, he saw Belly with different eyes. And also because of that power play between brothers, where he is the second born and he's always going to be a little bit envious of the first brother, he kind of noticed the vibe, and that Belly was obviously attracted to Conrad and was looking his validation and his attention all summer. And then he decided to throw himself into the mix just because you know that obvious jealous behavior when you see two people having fun and you just go there like, oh, I want a piece of that too. So you ruin the party for everyone. I don't know if he did that consciously or subconsciously, but he did that. So Belly, which doesn't feel like she never has enough attention and enough confirmation from Conrad that her presence is wanted and desired, actually finds that in Jeremiah's actions, because it shows her a little bit more openly and a little bit more loudly that she's nice and he likes to spend time with her and blah blah blah, you know, and just running around her like a dog basically in season 1. And it shows her that they can have fun together and enjoy themselves, whereas with Conrad, she's always like tiptoeing around him like, oh, what is he thinking? Is he gonna talk to me? Is he gonna say something? Is he gonna, you know? So she's always second guessing. I'm still talking about season 1, by the way. Season 2, I don't remember that much. I know that her and Conrad were together at the end of season 1, and that they were together briefly at the beginning of season 2, and then they showed us flashbacks and moments in their relationship up until the breakup during prom. I understand that situation. I know that it's more nuanced that we could ever dissect in a 20-minute video. I understand both. She handled the situation a little bit more immaturely, and he, for the life of him, could not communicate what was happening inside his head. Understandably so, because he was obviously under a lot of stress. It was a stressful period in his life, but by keeping everything bottled up and by not sharing it with anyone, trusting anyone with his feelings, with his thoughts, he ended up pushing people away and just driving people away. He basically did nothing to convince Belly that a breakup was not necessary at that time, and he actually let her go. And that was the first big mistake, because she did it all by herself. Like, oh my god, okay, I understand. If you're not gonna say it, I'm gonna say it, blah blah blah, we're over, blah blah blah. Even though he was shocked about it, he did nothing to fight for her in that moment. So they were both in the wrong, in a way. There could be a lot more to say, but I just don't want to ramble too much. So then, through trials and tribulation, we ended up here with Belly and Jeremiah together. So they are actually in that present moment. By the time that we begin this story, I think they're gonna still be together, and they're gonna show us them being together for a while until Conrad shows up and steers things up, I hope. I tried to avoid spoilers online, but it's kind of impossible at the moment because everyone has been talking about it ever since the first episode dropped weeks ago. So I have not been living under a rock. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen some bits and pieces, I've seen some edits, I've seen some people commenting, I've seen that hilarious trend where girls' boyfriends and husbands that claim that they don't want to watch the show, or that it's silly, or that is a girl show and they're not interested in it, are slowly getting closer to the TV and sitting down and interacting with the girls, so that this has become like a weekly date, and they actually comment and react to the episode. So that's hilarious. I love watching all of the guys' shock and disbelief at a lot of the things that happens in the show so far. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I know some things. I think I know all about up until the Susanna's memorial, and when Belly shows everyone her microscopical ring, but I don't know the context between that scene. I've only seen memes and stuff. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it right now before I get spoiled everything. So yeah, I think there's nothing much for me to say now, so I'm ready to dive into it. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, let's wait for more drama.
I used to wait all year for summer, the magical months between June and August, college.
Oh, she's going to college, finally.
No. Why? Should I be?
Definitely.
Not helpful, Stephen.
Well, I'm nervous.
I love that she's driving all of them.
Taylor!
Okay, Taylor's here too. So she's going to the same college?
Your soulmate in college. But I was lucky, because I had already found mine.
I don't know about that, babe.
I told
I miss you so much.
I missed you more.
You guys saw each other last week.
I love Steven.
Hey, Mr. Conklin. Hey, Jeff.
Okay, so they've all accepted their situation. I don't buy it. Like, I know for a fact that Laurel is a bonrad shipper. But whatever. I guess they want to see her happy, and they're just trying to go along with it.
Lucinda! Hey, you look so good!
Oh, Steven, don't be a stranger.
I won't, I promise.
Have we ever seen Taylor's mom before? I don't think so. Is she a new entry? She never changes, doesn't she?
I give it a week before they're back together.
Oh, him and Taylor. Oh, okay. It's so exciting, like the excitement of the first day.
Stephen, stop!
Boom.
Classic.
Fixed it for you.
Ow.
Mini fridge.
You're not rooming with Taylor. Yeah, why? Is this gonna suck out her soul?
Well, we figured that this way we'd force ourselves to find our own lives, our own people, you know?
You make it sound like I have no life.
Yeah, that's because you don't. That's why you're always in all of our business.
Speaking of, I was FaceTiming with Conrad and a girl stopped by.
I love how she's dropping hints to try and like gauge a reaction from her daughter. Sneaky Laura, I like it. I would do the same. Just to see like her tiny second of shock when she hears the name being mentioned.
I have something for you.
There we go.
College is where Beck and I found each other.
Oh,
But it's
that was
also
so
where we found
cute.
ourselves. That's what I want for you. You know I love Jer so much, but I have to say
Mom.
this. Please don't limit yourself. Part of the thrill of college is meeting new people.
Meet new people. Break up with your boyfriend. What is this advice? Like, I get where she's coming from. Like, don't just limit yourself to that one guy for the whole entirety of college, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to grow and interact with more people and try to figure out who you are. So I kind of get that message, but it's just funny where her own mother is basically advising her to try new things when Jeremiah just left the room. Hilarious.
I promise.
She won't. I can guarantee that.
Now here we are, 3 years later.
3
We've known
years
each other our
time
whole
skip.
lives.
Wait. Oh, okay, so they're trying to tell us that these two have been together for 3 years? 3 whole years? Wow, that's impressive. I actually did not think that they were gonna last this long, but I've heard online that people said that they've made the timeline stretch longer in the show, and that in the book Belly and Jeremiah weren't together as long, like a year or something, a year and a half. That's a bit more reasonable for my expectation of a Jeremiah relationship.
My boyfriend, my Jeremiah.
Oh my god, jump scare.
More and more,
Sorry, I'm not a Jeremiah hater, but I'm not a Jeremiah liker, if it makes sense.
Since when does Belly Conklin not look forward to summer?
Since you're graduating.
Is he?
I mean, pretty soon we're not gonna get to do this anymore.
He's graduating, he's leaving, and she still has a year or two to do. I don't know how much younger she is compared to Jeremiah and Conrad. I don't remember actually. Fill me in, please.
We are gonna do this for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's just gonna be weird being here without you next year.
You're never gonna be without me. Boston is only an hour away from Finch. And before that, we get the whole summer and cousins together. In the summer, doing boring ass financial shit with my dad as my favorite person. In my favorite place.
I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't watch them because this situation is so weird. Like, I remember vividly Belly's and Conrad fireplace scene, and this level of intimacy with his brother is just giving me the hick. I don't know how is that possible to be that messy in real life. Like, at least in the books, she doesn't have a sexual relationship with both. But here, it's so much worse. I just can't wrap my head around it.
Hey, Bean, is Jeremiah there?
Hey, Lore.
Have you and Conrad started your speech for the dedication ceremony?
Not exactly.
Half of Cousins is coming to see Susanna's memorial garden.
I know, but Conrad has been busy.
Busy doing what?
Okay, yeah, Mom, I gotta go to class.
Okay, love you both. Bye.
Let's just cut the subject because I can't stand to hear Connor's name being mentioned more than 4 times or I will implode. I'm just having fun with Belly's internal monologue. I'm just making it up. I mean, come on, when you have an introduction like this. By the way, I fucking love this song. When you have an introduction like this for a character, that means he's the clear favorite. Okay, let's just rewind. Oh my god, that was so satisfying. Oh my god, why is he giving Leonardo DiCaprio actually? He's giving 90s heartthrob. The whole wardrobe, the whole fit. And I'm not just saying that because I've seen people say online. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Oh, here's Laura text. Can't wait to hear your speech. See you in Cousins. And what if I don't want to come back to Cousins? Well, he's gonna have to. It's for his mom, right? So he has no choice, basically.
Hey, come on.
Who's this?
Remind me, how long has it been since you've been back there?
A while.
Oh my god, is Conrad actually going to therapy? That's amazing. That's actually the first thing he does that they're showing us, and it's actually the best thing that he could have done for himself. Kudos to you, boy.
Part of me thinks it's better if I just don't go back. That's normal. You probably feel a lot of pressure for everything to go perfectly.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know I can't control that. Shit with my dad, but me and Jared have been solid, so it's not that.
Okay, then what is it?
Belly.
Let's try something.
You do know.
Instead of focusing on everything that could go wrong when you go back, let's try tell me about the best possible version of this day.
Everyone gets along, and
You wish.
Let's just take it one step at a time. What happens next?
my flight lands on time.
Tiny steps.
No traffic. See the entering Cousins Beach sign, and it feels like home.
He's actually picturing the whole thing.
Pull into the parking lot, and everyone's there.
That's good. And what do you see?
More like, who do you see?
Everyone who loved my mom.
Oh.
Even Dad looks proud. Laurel's doing that thing where she smiles and cries at the same time. He's next to her looking at us like, you got this. I'm next to him.
Oh. Oh. I love these flashes that he has in his mind.
You still miss it, huh?
I mean, every once in a while, I think, what if I hadn't jumped for that ball and messed up my knee?
Oh, so she's not playing volleyball anymore. I forgot. Was this in the second season mentioned any time? Probably.
Well, without it, you wouldn't have found sports psychology.
I think I would have. It would have taken me longer to get there.
Yo, Belly Chair! What up, baby?
What's this?
What's up, girl?
Hey,
How you doing?
Sup, girl?
Dude, come play with us. I was sorry, man. I'm gonna go grab my cap and gown. Bye, girl.
Bye.
See ya.
Hi. He's crazy.
After tomorrow, you can stop pretending you don't hate my frat.
Oh, God, I can't wait.
Glenn, set up a call with the founding partners at Paisley.
Oh, Steven's working?
Did you see the burn rate?
Right, remind me, which one of us is a senior associate and which one is a glorified intern?
Okay, I
Graduated early with honors from Princeton. Please just tell me all about it again, as if I don't have actual work to do.
Good call.
Okay. Oh, wait, this is Adam Fisher. Oh, so he's working for Adam's company as an intern. Okay, got it.
Thank you. I mean, you know, it's an interesting position. Minimal exposure, but
That's fine. Keep it up. People are noticing.
Oh, right there.
can you pay someone to do this?
For a moment, I thought they were doing something else.
Stop trying to smell my belly button.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Very cute, actually. I really wish they could get their shit together. And just finally decide to be serious about each other. But I don't know how much serious can Taylor get. I don't think she's mature enough for that kind of relationship.
Taylor.
Oh, she doesn't know that they're hanging out after all this time.
You're a little early.
Nope, I'm on time. Just tell Davis that I'm glad he finally ditched the gray sweatpants because they leave too little to the imagination.
Okay.
Bye, Davis.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Where's pretty boy anyway, huh? It's Friday night. I guess you guys aren't that serious. No, I'm sure he'll figure out summer in New York. Right, no, if he's...
Don't be a dick. You guys are cheating on him.
What? Nothing. I can, feel you looking at me.
Oh my god, is she gonna connect the dots straight away?
Oh my God.
What?
What? I got off the wait list for study abroad.
Shut.
Probably fall semester in Paris. Hell yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, that's fancy.
Registered for classes and,
Yeah,
learning
whatever,
about
just
accounting
go.
together. I miss all the senior year stuff too. Oh my God, who cares about the senior year stuff? You can see that with Jared this week. This is Paris we're talking about. Holy shit, I can't. I'm in Paris.
Yay.
Jared, you're never gonna believe
Oh my
it.
god, what's up with him?
Hey.
I can already tell from the face that he made that something's wrong. He's pouting like a little kid.
No, I'm not sick. I'm just a fucking idiot, and I'm not graduating.
Why?
I'm not graduating, what do you mean?
I went to go get my cap and gown, and my name wasn't on the list. That I needed to take some extra core classes when I switched my major.
Oh,
And the ones I took before don't count.
oh shit.
Can't believe I'm gonna be a super senior taking freshman classes. It's so embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing. I mean, come on, I know that he's distressed, but his whole reaction, like the way that he reacts to things going wrong, it's so childish. Oh my god, I can't stand this guy. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to give him grace and the benefit of the doubt up until the end. But this boy irks me. Like this whole exchange, like her trying to comfort him and cuddling him, feels so much motherly. I don't know if you can feel that, but it really feels like she's mothering him and they're not on the same level as partners. But you know, this is just a tiny scene. oh shit, no, I'm going to Paris. Oh my god, Belly, don't you dare give up Paris for this guy. I swear to god, if she gives up her Paris semester, because he's gonna be stuck there, wailing and crying, commiserating. Urgh. Girls, never give up anything in your life for a boy, okay? Life lesson here.
What was the news that you wanted to give me?
Oh,
Nothing.
I walked in on Taylor and Davis post-coital. I just saw his pants, and then Taylor got all cagey and...
Oh.
Oh my god. I know whose pants those are.
Uh.
They're Steven's! I mean, there's some stupid designer, and he was preening at himself in the mirror the last...
There we go.
Steven and Taylor are hooking up again.
Yep.
I don't have the energy to be surprised.
Yeah, but I mean, this time Taylor has Davis and Steven has Mia. They've...
Oh, so they both have a partner and they're both cheating. Way to go, buddies.
cheating thing before.
Uh-oh.
I don't feel like dissecting their relationship right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Right. Well,
Oh my god, I hate advertisements. Why do we have ads in a streaming service that we're already paying for? Oh. Steven stayed
still here?
and waited for Taylor.
I kept waiting
Oh my
for your
God.
sisters to leave, but then,
I feel like she doesn't know what to do with these kind gestures and romantic gestures that Steven always tries to do for her. It feels like the more he's romantic with her and intentional with her, the more she pulls away. I really hate this dynamic for that because it's obviously not healthy, and she would be way more happy if she finally gave in and realized that she can let go and trust Steven. They actually work together, but she's too caged and too unsure of herself to let herself go completely in a relationship and let herself be vulnerable. So I guess she still has some growing to do.
or I could stay the night.
Since I'm already half asleep.
we don't do sleepovers.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, she's trying to set boundaries with him. Oh, back to Conrad. Okay, I'm excited.
There you are.
Hey, Agnes.
Are you?
Oh, Agnes. So this is the friend that he has over there. I'm really hoping it's some kind of confident wing woman kind of friend. One that makes him get his shit together and realize when he's staying too much in his head, and someone who gives good advice. Because he needs that.
I don't know if that's your speed or if that's a me thing or...
Yeah. About that.
They know you got it.
Me.
Oh.
Dude,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
Oh, and you.
Really?
Both in.
So messed up.
I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy that he has a friend like her, actually. This is such a breath of fresh air. He needed that.
And they moved up the start date to this week.
To this week. Okay.
No, but he has the thing for his mom, right?
Do you think Dr. Namazi would give me a few days off if I asked for it?
Conrad, what are you talking about? We worked months for this.
I just have like a family thing coming up.
I mean, you could ask. Namazi's notorious for...
I don't know.
Why not piss her off before you even start?
No, this job is my priority.
Duh. Okay, let me see that.
Okay, so it's probably going to be hard to free yourself of that commitment and actually come to this celebration. But I hope it does. Because it's always a bit of a shocker when it finally comes back. Because I feel like this whole situation is able to continue peacefully as it is just because he's out of state and he's like thousands of miles away. There's a saying in Italian which is like lontano dagli occhi, lontano dal cuore, which could be probably translated to far away from the eyes means far away from the heart. So as long as Belly doesn't see him and doesn't experience the closeness, you know, and the presence of him, she doesn't have to think about him, and it's almost like he doesn't exist. So it's easier to pretend during her day-to-day college life that her relationship with Jeremiah is going well and great. So yeah, here are my 2 cents on the situation.
Was supposed to be up like an hour ago.
Okay, you say that like I have any idea what you're talking about.
We didn't know.
Finals freak out. Hello.
Finals freak out?
Ever
Okay.
get over Taylor, Jewel, sorority girl. You know, like Jared, I get. Man was born to be in a frat. I mean, look.
This man was born to be in a frat. Look at him. I feel like that's the perfect description of Jeremiah as a person, as a character. He fits actually in that setting. See what I mean? She constantly pushes him away. You can see that she looks for him. Like when she just woke up, she was caressing the sheets, trying to find his warmth again because she saw he left. When he actually is there and is speaking to her, she is dismissive. But then she lets her guard down sometimes, like in this moment, and makes herself feel wanted and loved by him. I don't know, I think she just has to come to terms with it. I don't know how long it's gonna take her. Oh my god, Conrad looks so good in every shot so far.
Conrad, finally.
Hey, Lauren.
Hello.
Sorry, it's been kind of busy here. What I wanted to talk to you about? I got that summer clinic job that I was telling you about.
Oh, Connie, that's amazing.
The thing is, it starts right away, and I'm not sure if they're gonna give me any.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That would mean.
The dedication. It's okay if you can't make it work.
Okay, I just don't want to let anyone down.
Oh no.
Your mom would be so proud of you. I hope you know that.
Yeah, she would.
Thanks.
But Connie, Jared thinks you're making that speech together, so if you
If you think it's not going to happen, you should give him a heads up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let me talk to my brother again. Oh my god. This whole thing. Tell me, do you Americans ever study and just study at school, or is it mostly this, whatever this is?
No, please,
put a little bit.
please
Please?
don't.
Come on.
And here she is putting sunscreen on him like a baby. What is it with these shots of her mothering him? Like, is there a reason for it? Are they trying to show us a pattern?
I feel like everyone's staring at me. I feel like the loser who's not graduating on time.
You are graduating. It's just one more semester.
Taylor,
Yeah.
tell her to play with us.
Oh, that is Davis. Poor guy. Oh my god.
You feeling like a winner today, Davis?
Always when I got Tay by my side.
Oh my god, I feel bad for him. Actually, he's so good looking too. I know, like, Steven is Steven, okay? I like him so much. But this guy doesn't seem so bad. Seems like a huge teddy bear.
It's bullshit, but at least I get another semester with my girl.
Wait.
What about... Oh my god.
Catch up!
Oh my god, another ad? 30 seconds. Oh. Oh my god, this is Jeremiah phone, okay. I got like shocked for a second.
Hey, Jared, it's Conrad.
Oh, can you answer it? Tell him I'll be there in a sec.
I would rather not.
Hello?
Yeah? Hello?
Hey.
He's kind of in the middle of something.
No, that's fine, honestly. I'll just give him a call back, okay? All right.
The quickest phone call in history. Oh my god, guys. Get your shit together and talk to each other. You're meant to be together. Oh my god, I'm rooting for them so much. I'm sincerely hoping that where the season is aiming to is a resolution between these two. And that we're gonna get bonrad endgame. We have to. There's no other possible scenario for me. I mean, you guys. I'm sorry, but whoever is Team Jeremiah probably doesn't understand the full extent of this. I'm definitely, first and foremost, a Conrad gets away from Belly as much as possible shipper. But if he loves Belly and she is who he wants, then he should have her. And if she's the one that will make him happy eventually, then he deserves to be happy. Basically, what I think is all in favor of Conrad, all for Conrad, and all in support of Conrad. Belly, okay, I understand. I can understand some of what she did and some of what she thought. But even though she's the main character, she's not my fave. You know, Conrad is my fave. I just want to protect him and put him in a pocket and just keep anyone from hurting that guy because it's just so precious. It's just once you crack his shell, he has so much to give, I think. I just can't stand anyone hurting my Connie, my boy.
Guess who studied in Paris last semester? So Belly just found out that she got in. Can we just talk for a second alone? Oh, yeah, I was gonna jump in the game. I haven't decided yet about Paris, so can you just not tell anybody? I knew it. You can't just give up.
She's telling about Paris. No. Please don't give up.
No, I'm not giving it up. I just, when I applied, I thought that Jer would be graduated and that I'd be all alone. It's Paris. Jer is rich.
Jer is rich. He can come to you whenever. Just go. Take that chance. There's not going to be another one like this.
I'm already planning a whole Parisian wardrobe. Okay, yeah, I'll think about it. Don't think about it, just do it. No, I'll think about it.
When you pick your brain,
Tell me how they got that pretty little face on that pretty little brain.
Oh my god, this scene is so cringy. But I'm vibing. Okay, these two feel more like two besties jumping in a car than a boyfriend and girlfriend and partners, you know? Like the whole vibe is different. Like if they could have just kept Jer as a best friend for Belly, that would have been so much better. I mean, I know that there wouldn't be the whole tension and the whole plot device that made these 3 seasons able to exist. But I think there would be a much more better fit as besties. Like he should never have gotten himself into the mix right in between his brother and the girl that he loved. Jesus Christ, why didn't you just mind your own business and find yourself someone else for that summer to be with?
You remember to call your brother?
Whoops. No, I didn't. I'll call him after dinner. Shit. I texted my dad about the school stuff, and he's probably pissed.
Let's see that.
You know what? It's fine. He's gonna yell, and then I'll get over it, right?
Hey, Dad. Hey, listen, I know you're probably not psyched about the graduation thing, but...
Not psyched? No.
Uh-oh.
Not that big of a deal. It's just gonna be...
Relax? Really? Did you just say that to me?
It was an honest mistake, all right? I'm sorry.
You know, it's never your fault. And now I'm on the hook for another 20K into it.
20K? Shit, okay, I know how that must feel for the parent that has to pay for your mistake. Jesus Christ, how expensive are schools over there? It's mind-boggling to me.
I'll pay you back.
How?
You're gonna pick up some extra lifeguard shifts at the club?
Dad, that's not fair.
Jared, do you think your brother...
Oh my god, here it is with the comparing the two. I think Adam is the worst villain in the whole family dynamic because he's constantly putting the two against each other and always worsening Jeremiah's inferiority complex towards Conrad. Conrad obviously hates his dad's guts because he was the only one who knew that his father cheated on his mom when she first got sick, and he's been bottling that up for ages. He doesn't really have that much resentment towards Jeremiah apart from the fact that he got Belly. But it's you can't just make the dynamic so tense like this because these two are gonna walk beside each other for their whole lives like they're brothers. So as a parent, you're not supposed to be putting them against each other so much because it's only going to be damaging and causing something to break in the long run. So you don't really want that.
Would ever let something like this happen?
No, we all know that Conrad is perfect.
Just act like a fucking adult.
I was acting like an adult. I've been acting like a fucking adult. All right? I'm sorry if I want to have a little fun at college.
You're 21. Okay? Welcome to the real world. It's not all about fun.
Oh my god. He's going in with the scolding.
You're paying me back for this.
Okay. Setting the record straight. I mean, okay, I get it from like a parent point of view. This is disappointing and they're obviously not psyched about having to spend way more money. He's actually kind of right to make him pay for this at the end and make him acknowledge that what he did was immature and irresponsible, because he basically forgot to check and see that everything was alright for his graduation to happen. So it's probably a distraction mistake, but this makes you mature, like when you own up to your mistakes and you try your best to fix them and to repay whoever, you know, helped you get out of the situation. Because if it wasn't for his dad's money, he would not be able to pay the tuition of 20k extra, so he would be basically stuck and unable to graduate. So, you know, there's a gray area in everything.
I can't do this dinner right now.
Just call Steven and tell him that we can't go.
No, I think you should go.
I'll catch a ride with Steven and meet you at the party.
Fuck. Right. Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Wow, the feeling and the passion in that sentiment was abysmal. Like, she's saying this constantly, like repeating it like as a reassurance thing. He's so pissed that he can't even turn and look at her in the eyes. Just saying. Look, he's like a psycho. It's just like a statue.
I mean, he was such a dick. Can you believe he compared the two of them like that?
Okay, look, you know I love Jared. All right, but Adam is stuck paying a whole extra semester of tuition because Jared...
Yeah, see, that's like, Stephen gets it. He is a little bit more mature and responsible than that.
didn't bother to read an email. I mean, I'd be pissed too. What? You know Jared doesn't always have his shit together. It bugs you too. He forgot to tell you about the spring break trip until the last minute. You guys broke up over that.
No. We did not break up. We had a fight. Does the little stuff bother me sometimes? Sure. Do I wish that he didn't smoke so much weed?
Oh.
None of that stuff actually matters because we've been through the real stuff together. And no offense, but you just don't know what it's like to really be with somebody. I saw your pants, dumbass.
What's wrong with my pants? Whoa.
I saw them.
Busted.
Yeah, those were my pants.
Those were my pants. Yep, correct.
That if she were ever tempted to get back together with you, that I would have to put her on an involuntary psych hold. And you said that
I remember.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what does Taylor think?
I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
I haven't had the nerve to ask her.
Yeah, sure.
Me along like this, no matter what happens with Taylor.
I know.
I got into the study abroad program in Paris for next year.
What? Belly, that's amazing.
And you're going, right?
What's wrong? I mean, does Jared not want you to go?
Jared doesn't know that I got in.
You hypocrite.
No.
Yes, no, you blame me, and then you don't tell
I
him.
feel like I'd be abandoning him, you know?
So what? You're gonna abandon your own dreams of going to Paris?
No!
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Stephen.
That everything happened with Susanna, that I would always be there for him.
Okay, so you're putting your life on hold because you want to comfort Jeremiah whatever happens. He can be left on his own, I think. You don't have to constantly be there for him 24/7. Like, that is not a balanced relationship.
Repeating a semester isn't on the same level as losing Susanna.
Exactly. Thank you, Stephen, voice of reason.
Tell Jer about Paris. You're not giving him the opportunity to step up, you know, and show you what he's capable of handling. Kind of makes you just as bad as
True. Preach it.
I just wanted to call you and talk about Mom's thing and the speech and all.
Yeah, hey, I'm not really up for working on that right now, so... Do you mind just writing it yourself?
Yeah, just do all the work.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Our major changed up the requirements to graduate. So, I'm stuck here for another semester, and Dad's being a freaking dick about it. It's just whatever.
It's not that big of a deal, though, right? I mean, lots of people take an extra semester to graduate.
Not people like you, Connie.
Screw him. You know how he is.
See, Jeremiah takes his father's words way too seriously, and he's still stuck on that loop of trying to please him more than Conrad in his eyes, whereas Conrad is already one step ahead and he's not caring about what Adam thinks of him. He's trying to live his life despite everything that happened to him. He doesn't need his father's approval as much as Jared does. So Conrad doesn't really understand Jeremiah's need for validation. Jeremiah, in his mind, I think, puts both Conrad and his father together in a mixed, figure that's haunting him wherever he goes, because no matter what he does, he always feels like he's not enough. That's crushing him every time, and it's making him act more harshly and, you know, seeing all of in black and white. You know, Conrad is perfect, I'm a screw up. There's no in between in his mind.
I just wish I didn't have to put up with the shit of the dedication. I want to be thinking about Mom and not how much I want to punch him in the nuts.
Trust me, Jared, it's very possible to do both of those things at the same time.
I love Con.
I miss you. I feel like Thanksgiving was a million years ago.
At least they still show a little bit of brotherly love, despite everything.
Oh my god, you guys are back together, aren't you?
What? No. What are you...
She's such a... She seems like a gossipy mom. I can already tell, like, why Taylor is the way she is and why her relationships with guys are the way that they are. I just sense a pattern.
Once you've downgraded yourself, there is no going back up. And
I like this.
so,
Excuse you? Who says that?
Well, she's not wrong. Kinda.
And keep your 90s ass advice to yourself. Because by your definition, me and Steven are both hoes. Okay?
I'm not saying you're a hoe. I'm just saying that it's hoe behavior.
That's hoe behavior. I love her, Mom. I love her. Is she finally gonna tell him?
Do you remember that study abroad program that I got waitlisted for?
Yeah, Paris.
I just found out that I got off the waitlist.
Okay, thank you.
When?
Yesterday. I was gonna tell you earlier, but I just...
Then I fucked it up with the whole graduation thing. This is amazing.
Thank you, Jeremiah. At least this is a good reaction.
I don't even know if I'm gonna go.
Yes, you're going.
I'd rather maybe stay here with you.
Say you're an idiot. Hey, you know I want this for you, right?
And I won't know anybody, and I mean, what if I hate it?
But what if you love it?
But what if you love it?
Oh, yeah. Me and Jeremiah just share one brain cell.
You like crazy. but Paris is your dream. And I want all of your dreams to come true.
Every time he delivers his lines, he always sounds so insincere. Is it just me? Just like flat, with no emotions behind it. I don't know. Where's the love? Where's the passion? Where's the care? He doesn't seem like he even cares about her that much. Like, it's just like saying words, replying like in a monotone. I don't know. I don't really like that. Like, so far with all of his lines, that's the effect that I got from him.
Hey! Congrats on second place today. I'm Belly, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm Lacey Brown.
Come on, Bells.
Hey, Jer.
Hi, Lacey. Let's talking. More celebrating.
What are we celebrating?
I got into the Paris study abroad program.
Oh, right. I had the best time there. There's this little bakery right by the dorms that I love.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
Hey, let's go get a drink. Come on.
Why don't you want us to talk about these two girls? The way that Jer quickly ushered her out seemed a little bit suspicious. I don't know. I don't like this. The way that this lazy girl seemed to say, oh yeah, I know who you are. And she like greeted Jeremiah and said, hey Jer, and you know, stuff like that. And he was so awkward. I know where this is going. I already know. I'm just not gonna say it yet. Because I don't want it to be true, but I've seen so many movies, teen movies, I already know. Can we just skip to the best part already?
Don't ever cut your hair, okay?
I like it with you.
You know, everything he says is cringy me. It's so bad. Okay, we get it. You're happy and in love.
Global domination.
Okay, back to my favorite boy.
Medicine, obviously. Can you at least pretend to be happy? Well, there's ample distraction. I mean, Elena definitely wants to get it.
Oh, no. I'm not very good at relationships. You, of all people, should.
Understatement of the century.
Anyway, ancient history. Friendship.
Oh, okay, so she tried for more at the beginning and then they became friends. Okay, I love this. I love that they stayed friends regardless of Conrad's emotional unavailability. Fuck, I don't know how to speak. Sorry, it's getting late.
Have you ever been in love?
Ooh. Next question. Yeah.
Have you?
I asked you.
Yeah, say yes. Because it's true.
Yes.
How many times?
Once.
Once.
Like how in love? On a scale of 1 to 10.
You can't put
11.
10.
Shit. Okay.
So how did you meet?
We never really met.
Embarrassing.
I just always knew her.
So when did you know it was love then?
It wasn't one moment. It was
I love this conversation.
asleep, and you don't even realize that you're awake until there's one moment where you just are. It's like that. Like one day I just
Woke up.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha. So what was her name?
You're pushing.
You can't even say it?
Yeah. I can't.
Ellie.
Wait, like your brother's girlfriend?
Oh wait, she knows?
Pining after her this whole time?
She was my girlfriend first.
Wait, she dumped you for him? Bitch! What?
No. I was a shitty boyfriend.
Yeah,
Broke
true.
up at prom.
Wait, you broke up with her at prom?
Yeah, I basically teed it up for her.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you did that thing that guys do when they're too chicken shit to break up with a girl, so they like act like a dick until she does it for him?
Kind of.
No. So what, is it like super awkward now? Or?
Yeah, that's why I rarely go down there.
I see it here. So
Okay, but like what do you do?
I want to kill myself. Oh my god.
I remember
Flashback.
they tried to downplay it for my sake, but I could just tell that they were so.
Jared definitely wasn't trying to downplay it in front of you. Actually, it always feels like it's actually rubbing it in. So.
And so I had to be happy too. From that moment, I knew that I couldn't be alone with her. I wouldn't be able to keep it in.
Oh no. You'd have to stop the word just to stop the feeling. Oh my god. The song choices are always lit. Like for the moment, for the mood, for the lyrics, they always fit perfectly.
Keep what in?
That I
Did I still love her?
loved her.
Loved or love?
When we were together, I never said the words, and
Now?
now
Okay, that's depressing. She's like, why did I ever bring it up?
get homesick.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Yes, just bail. And cut this conversation short, for my sake.
Hey, Jer. Look, I am not going to be able to make the dedication
Oh no.
this job, and it starts real soon, and it's a pretty big deal.
Did he suddenly decide that he's not strong enough to face them and go to the dedication just because of this? Yeah. He's bailing. He's just covering between the safety net of the distance and the fact that he has his life there. He thinks as long as I'm never gonna face them, everything's gonna be fine, because I'm just gonna forget they exist. But it's not how it works, dude. Like, feelings have a way of coming up to the surface sooner or later.
Just a sec.
Who? Jeremiah? What? In Cabo? The fuck? I knew it! Piece of shit. Poor Belly, no.
We need to talk. Now.
What's going on?
You hook up with Lacey Barone during spring break?
Woo! Straight to the point.
Oh my god, Jared. Oh my god.
Billy, I can
Oh my
explain.
god. No. Get away from
Billy,
me.
please, let me explain.
Explain. What do you have to explain?
It happened when we were on a break. Right when we were broken up.
You knew that we weren't really broken up, that wasn't real.
How was I supposed to know that it was real for me?
If I knew it, then you should have known it.
I didn't mean for this to...
Here we go with the miscommunication again. Oh my god. They always think they are clear with their situations, like we're together, we're not together, we're broken up, we're on a break.
Mistake.
A mistake?
Yeah.
Like what? Like you tripped and you fell on top of her naked? Don't touch me! What did you do? I want to know exactly. What did you do? I want to know what you did.
We had sex. Look, it didn't mean anything to me. I swear. I
It
swear to you.
means something to me, okay? You know that I've only ever been with one other person.
And it was your brother. Let's just not mention that. This fucking show. Okay. I need to calm down. Everything's fine. I'm an adult.
Ruined everything. I'll never trust you again.
Bells, please don't say that. I love you so much. It's always been you, Bells.
I can't get it back.
Look, even here, he's not able to deliver these lines in a realistic way. Please don't say that. I love you so much. Like, just give it something, boy. Like, give it a little twist. Like, give me something. Make me feel your emotions. Like, what is this? I admit, this is not the best acted scene out of the whole series. Actually, I think it's the worst. It's painful to be watching.
It's gone. We lost it.
No, we can. Yes, we can. We can get it back.
No, we can't. No. I don't.
Yeah, walk away. Walk away, Bells. Bye, Jer. Oh my god, this is a super valid reaction, so I don't know what you were expecting, Jeremiah. Wait, it's ended like this? Okay, that was a good first episode, I have to say, but it's way too much Jeremiah screen time for my taste. And obviously he had to go and ruin everything from like the get-go in episode 1. But I have a feeling that they're obviously gonna resolve this crisis because it's just episode 1, so there's still a long way to go. So something else is probably gonna come up. She's gonna reevaluate how much she's actually mad at him and possibly make up and forget about this mishap. She's probably gonna forgive him because she really can't stay mad at people for long, even when they deserve it. We're probably gonna see a lot of push and pull between them, or they're gonna get back together straight away. Obviously I know something about the looming wedding situation, but I don't really know how it happens. Like, when on earth did it seem like a good idea or a good timing for Jeremiah to propose to Belly? I have no idea. I don't know how he does it. I don't know when, how, why, and the logistics of it all. But does this mean that we have to see half of the season of them preparing for a wedding that's not gonna happen? It just feels like a waste of time, basically. I can only hope that we get some, Conrad scenes in between to just kind of mix it all up and make it a little bit more interesting. Oh, I can't wait. I've seen some screenshots, so I know that we're going to see him again, obviously, and that he's not going to be able to stay away from her as much as he would love to for his own mental sanity. But alas, we have to be watching some content about these 3 idiots. Fate actually has to bring them together for something to happen, for drama to happen, for us to react to drama, for us to obsess over them for at least a few more weeks. Okay, I feel like I did a good job at starting to catch up with this a little bit earlier than what I was thinking. I don't know how quickly I'm gonna be able to edit this, but I'm probably gonna be watching episode 2 tomorrow, so stay tuned and please let me know what you thought about this first episode. And I know you guys are probably gonna be ages ahead of me by the time that I publish this video, but it doesn't matter. Let's just pretend that we're on the same page and that I'm up to date with everybody else, just to make me feel better. Please and thank you. Okay, I am dying to go to bed right now and it's super late. It's almost midnight, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you again for being here and for choosing to spend your time watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.